As for Europe, there was another negative problem when it comes to prices, and it has to do with the failures in Europe's energy policies. They blindly believed in their renewable energy sources and that they could rely on them alone. And this has led to a massive rise in energy prices that started in the third quarter of last year. And this has started long before our special operation in the Donbass, and they are blaming us. They made their prices soar, and then they point the finger at us. This resulted in the rise of prices for many services and goods, and the rise of prices for fertilizers and potash fertilizers. The entire idea, the framework of Western sanctions was based on the presumption that Russia is not sovereign when it comes to its economy, that it's critically vulnerable. They were so engaged in creating those myths about Russia being backwards, that Russia being underdeveloped, that they seem to have started to believe it themselves.
When they planned their economic blitzkrieg, they ignored actual facts. How the world has changed, how our country has changed in recent years. And these changes are the outcome of the work that we have been planning for. When we build macroeconomic structures, when we maintain our food security, when we implemented programs of import substitution, when we introduce our own payment system, and so on.
We welcome all the discussion that can take place within the UN with people who understand what's going to happen. We can talk about normalizing logistics, transportation, to increase the amount of Russian exports in food and fertilizers to the rest of the world. There's a lot of speculations going on about Ukrainian deliveries to the rest of the world. We're not blocking that. We haven't blocked their seaports in the Black Sea, and we are actually ready to provide security for their ships, for the ships that are going to transport their grain and other products.
And Russia, even though our Western friends, let's call them that, they dream about this. We will never self-isolate. More than that, we are expanding, and we will continue to expand cooperation with everyone interested, with those who want to work with us. And there are a lot of countries. I'm not going to list all of them because this is the vast majority of people on Earth. I'm not going to list all these countries now, because you all know of them. I'm not going to say anything new if I remind you that everyone who wants to continue to work with Russia, they face open pressure from the United States and Europe. Sometimes they are being threatened directly, but this kind of blackmail doesn't mean a lot when we talk about the countries led by true leaders who understand clearly where they have their own national interests and where they have someone else's interests. And Russia is going to expand economical cooperation with such countries. We are going to implement joint projects with them. Yes, we will continue to work with the Western companies who, despite this unprecedented pressure, continue to work in the Russian market. There are such companies as well. And there is enough ground to continue to develop such cooperation.